Hello, good evening, and welcome to a rocking and rolling Cologne, Germany. This is the FIBA EuroBasket Group B game on game day one between France and Germany. So this crowd already electrified today, this arena from two great games, Bosnia and Herzegovina overcoming Hungary. And of course in that last game, boy, the game they're going to be talking about for a long time, Slovenia overcoming the hard game of Lithuania. So you can see we have a tip-off delay, the game starting at 8:58 because we just had a rousing ceremony honoring Dirk Nowitzki, retiring his number 14 that he always wore when he played for Germany, and that jersey being raised to the rafters. So again, the game delayed until the tip-off at 8:58, and it just kind of adds to the excitement. I'm Jeff Taylor, joined by Mike Taylor, and you can actually look up on the screen, Mike, on the overhead, and you can see the memories of Dirk Nowitzki getting the silver medal. That was in 2005 when they finished runners-up. They had that amazing tournament, and he was the MVP. What a tremendous, I don't know, just like walking down memory lane, watching Dirk Nowitzki come on the court, and just one of the all-time most special athletes, sportsmen in history. Let's put it that way.
Arguably the best basketball player to come from Europe to this point. What he's meant for basketball in Germany is something special. This arena, this ceremony was fantastic. And to see all the things that he accomplished in his national team career, really something special. So to be here and be a part of it and watch it and see him have his jersey raised to the rafters and number 14 retired, really something special. And you could see when this German national team came out to the floor and high-fived Dirk, all of them, you can see that extra motivation today. I'm sure that's an extra boost for these guys as they get ready to take on this tough France team.
Now, I think some national teams, like opponents like France tonight, might be slightly unsettled a little bit because the game starts late. But I think at the end of the day, nobody's going to begrudge Dirk this moment, German basketball this moment, because of what he's meant not only to German basketball, but European basketball and international basketball.
Well, they've been through it recently as well with Tony Parker. You know, when your legendary player retires, he's deserved that credit, that respect. You know, I don't think it'll be a big issue for either team. We have the extra warm-up time right now. It's just about everybody adjusting for television and other aspects as well. But again, it's about showing the proper respect to the legends of the game. And Dirk Nowitzki is clearly a legendary player from Germany.
So really, if you look at this crowd here right now, this is what we had for that last game, Slovenia and Germany. We had a really good crowd as well for Hungary and Bosnia and Herzegovina earlier today. It's a packed house in Cologne, an amazing, amazing arena. Cologne, the famous, what is it, the Köln Dome?
The Kölner Dome.
Kölner Dome, yes, with the two spires, yes. The second tallest church in all of Europe. And in fact, the second tallest church in Germany, behind Ulm, where he used to coach, and also what is it, 157 meters high. I mean, this place is just amazing. I mean, people come to this city just to go to that church, but everybody's coming to this city right now to watch some basketball. And this is the group of death, and it is not, you know, you don't want to lose games.
Every team here is competing. Again, the EuroBasket to me is the deepest and most competitive of all of the regions that FIBA has. You know, and this group here, Group B in Cologne, has fantastic teams, fantastic players, excellent coaches. And I think what we see is the importance of being at your best all the time. You can't give any games away. You can't give any possessions away. And I think right now we saw a great matchup between Slovenia and Lithuania. And again, we have fantastic expectations for this game as well here, France and Germany.
And I should say that Mike, obviously, if you're just tuning in, this is Mike Taylor, who coached Poland at FIBA EuroBasket 2015 in Montpellier and then in Lille. Got them through the group phase and into Lille before they lost to eventual champion Spain. And then Mike coached also Poland in Finland at FIBA EuroBasket 2017 against that very same, pretty much that same Slovenia team that we just watched beat Lithuania. It's a great team. It has a chance to go all the way. And then, of course, Mike, you also coached at the FIBA Basketball World Cup and got Poland to the quarterfinals, which I don't think anybody believed. And it was a remarkable moment for you, for the players, and for Polish basketball. But so you've been there and you know what you're talking about. And this is a special occasion. And having played in a group of death, so to speak, when you coached in 2017, Lithuania having already lost that tough game, you feel bad for them because their next game is against France, and then after that, they have to play against Germany.
They got to make a stand. For Lithuania, they've got pride. They've got tremendous talent. They have high expectations. You can lose a game. You're not going to win every game you play, but they've got to try to, bounce back in that next game against France. And that's what makes these games so challenging and these tournaments so tough. You have to have a short memory, and you really have to put all your energy and be present into that next challenge that awaits you. So when you get that win, you have all the momentum and you feel great about it, but you can't rest either. So again, it's a full 5-game competition, and you've got to be at your best 5 games against 5 tough opponents. But that's the beauty of a competition like EuroBasket. It's really tough, it's really competitive, and it brings the best out of everyone involved.
Well, this EuroBasket itself, multi-hosting has become the way of so many competitions now when it comes to basketball. And I think ever since you've been on the scene, well, I guess you coached you actually on the the staff of the Czech Republic in 2013 in Slovenia, but since 2015, it's multi-hosting. So this EuroBasket also in Milan, also in Prague, and also in Tbilisi, Georgia. And Germany has the great honor of being the main host, because after this, the knockout round, it's going to go to Berlin. So you can see that there's a little bit of basketball euphoria right now in Germany.
Without a doubt, you have a full arena here, tremendous support for the home team. But again, with that comes a little extra pressure, a little extra expectation. You have the opportunity to play at home court advantage, and you want to take advantage of it. You want to turn it into a special run, a memorable run. The only time that Germany has won EuroBasket, they won in Munich. So this was, a time before, and kind of an example for them when they wanted to protect that home court and do something special. So they were able to do it then, and I'm sure that that's the goal right now. But with the opponents stacked up here in Group B to start, that's a daunting task. They want to get off to a good start tonight, though.
Well, they played in a group of death effectively as well back in 2015 and did not advance from the group when they were hosts. And they want to make sure they can avoid that fate this time. And it's interesting, if you've already said how this EuroBasket is the Europe zone is the toughest zone in international basketball, and I think that EuroBasket illustrates it better than any other, because Germany were within seconds of eliminating Spain in the group phase. They did not. Spain won, and they went on to win the EuroBasket. And that just goes to show you the thin line, that razor-thin edge, that fine line that you have to walk. And there are no easy games.
Nothing comes easy. You have to earn everything you get. And it takes a little bit of luck as well, So all of these teams are well prepared. All of these teams are well coached. There's outstanding talent out here. Again, as I mentioned last game, we found it's sometimes more challenging to win games at EuroBasket than in the World Cup. The depth of competition, the depth of quality from countries, the difference between the best countries and let's say the lower countries it's decreasing all the time. It's getting closer and closer. So you've got to be at your best at all times, and I think we're going to get ready to see another great game tonight and great games ahead in the tournament.
Well, you can already feel there's a real special feeling about this FIBA EuroBasket with especially that last game with Slovenia and Lithuania, and Lithuania just having the best, in my opinion, the best basketball fans in the world, bringing them here the way that they did. and suffering that defeat to Slovenia with Luka Doncic, Goran Dragic, Mike Toby, Klemen Prepelic, all those guys, Jaka Blažić, you name it, Žiga Dimec. Slovenia made it hard, and it just goes to show you how tough it is. But this is a real celebration for basketball, and to actually have Dirk Nowitzki have his jersey retired to the rafters here in Cologne tonight, the number 14, it just kind of underlines that special feeling. So I am absolutely kind of the hair still standing up on the back of my neck.
Yeah, it's a wonderful night, wonderful moment, and a great way to tip off the first day of EuroBasket. We all have high expectations for the tournament. We believe it's going to be great, and this is a great way to tip it off.
Now, one thing, let's talk a little bit about this game here. We can talk about this even more, but you look at this France team, they're coming off a double overtime loss in the European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup just a few days ago at Bosnia-Herzegovina. Germany, meanwhile, coming off a big win in Munich over Slovenia. So they have to be feeling much better about themselves. But as the hosts here, there has to be a little bit of pressure on them, knowing that they're going up against France, who are kind of like a wounded lion, and both teams cognizant of how crucial it is to get a good start.
Well, France is battle-tested. These guys had the great run in the Olympics. They've got a strong core, tremendous talent. Maybe they're missing a couple names, but at the end of the day, this is a really quality France team. You have to consider them when you think about the teams that are going to be there at the end of this tournament. For Germany, I don't think there's been a team that has outplayed Slovenia like they did in Munich. We haven't seen that in 2 years. So Slovenia bounced back with the hard-fought win over Lithuania, and let's see if Germany can carry that momentum from that really great performance into this matchup today against France.
And what was really interesting was Dennis Schroeder, who wasn't part of that German team last year, that had that incredible Olympic qualifying tournament run, winning it in Croatia. Well, he's back. So again, folks, welcome. It's the FIBA EuroBasket Game Day 1 Group B encounter here in Cologne, Germany, between France and Germany. And we are just 10 minutes away, delayed tip-off following the jersey retirement ceremony of the legend. The legend, I say that in capital L-E-G-E-N-D, Dirk Nowitzki. Basketball continues to thrive even now that he's moved on, and hopes are high for Germany with Schroeder coming back. And Mike, is it a gamble to bring Schroeder back into this team and to make him captain of this team, or do you feel like by empowering him and making him kind of the main guy to give him that responsibility, you're going to get the best out of him?
I like what Coach Gordon Herbert has done, with the team and with the direction here. I think they're all in with Dennis Schroeder. I think it's going to put him in a leadership position and hopefully bring more responsibility in terms of leadership and teammate out of him. The talent is undeniable. The talent is there. But in the past, there's been some conflict between players and teammates and things like this that I think right now they say, hey, we're all in. It's on you. You have the responsibility, and now you deliver. So I think that it's a calculated mindset, and hopefully they can benefit from it.
So you see Bosnia-Herzegovina winning earlier over Hungary, then Slovenia in that thriller. I mean, it was a closer game than 92-85 suggests. It was an absolute battle of epic proportions in European basketball, in which those guys are going to be feeling it tomorrow when they wake up. It was a pure physical hard battle that all credit to Slovenia. They held up and they won. Now it's France, led by, let's give Vincent Collet some credit here. This guy has been coaching this team at every EuroBasket since 2009 in Poland, and he's going to go down as, well, he might be viewed as the greatest France coach now that national team has ever had. This is a loaded team. There's no question about the talent in this team. Don't forget, Mike, you mentioned it already, this is a team that almost won the gold medal at the Olympics.
Yeah, beating Team USA in a memorable win, and then really competitive in the gold medal game. Again, battle-tested, experienced group, tremendous athleticism, tremendous length with Gobert, rim protection. Again, smart play, point guard play, Fournier three-point shooting ability. It's a really, really good team. And again, you love to see Vincent Collet get his credit and respect because he has been one of the top coaches in Europe for the last several years.
Absolutely. He led France to this title in 2013 in Slovenia. And now for Germany. They won it in 1993, the EuroBasket, when they hosted it. And, of course, they finished runners-up in 2005. And this is a team that you don't know. If they get on a roll, they definitely have the talent. They've got the home crowd behind them. They could go a long way. Johannes Voigtmann was absolutely terrific the other day against Slovenia. And, of course, Franz Wagner has been a seamless transition into this team. What a great story Johannes Wolfhard Boderman has been. You see Dennis Schroeder, we talked about already. Daniel Theis has come back to play for this team. And, well, you used to coach Justus Hollitz when you were the coach of up in Hamburg. And Johannes Thiemann, Christian Singfelter. So this is a team, this is the battle that we're about to witness. Maybe if France have an advantage, it's in that low post with Gobert, but you can say that about everybody because Gobert is about as big as they come. So anyway, we're going to have a pause for the playing of the national anthems of France and Germany.
For the national anthem of France. Remain standing for the national anthem of Germany.
Feel the passion, folks. That is what you call pride. The national anthems coming out here for your country, whether you're a fan, whether you're a player. And these two great rivals in, it doesn't matter what sport, Germany and France are amazing rivals in European competition. And we're going to look at the referees. Georgios Porsanidis, Lorenzo Baldini, and Michael Krok from Greece, Italy, and Poland, respectively, I might add. And Deutschland. Well, I think you know who has the home court advantage tonight. So we'll get a look also at the starting fives. And this is a German team that's playing very confident right now. Nick Weiler-Babb, Johannes Voigtmann, Franz Wagner, Dennis Schroeder, and Jonas Wolfhard-Bodermann, a.k.a. Wobo. Lowe, Giffey, Thijs, Hollitz, Timon, Obst, and Singfelter. Also coming off the bench for Germany. Plenty of options for Gordy Herbert. And, well, for Dennis Schroeder, we've talked about him, but he can do a lot of good things, can't he?
Tremendous in transition, scores points in the paint, attacks the rim. Just such a creator for his team with his athleticism. You want the ball in his hands to make plays, and Germany is going to definitely do that throughout the evening.
Also nice to see he's a family man. He was kicking the ball over to his son, or his kids rather, during the warm-ups. Ilya Kobo, Gershon Yabusele, Evan Fournier, Andrew Albasi in the starting lineup, along with Rudy Gobert, along with Amat Mbai, Luwawu Cabarro, Ertel, all coming off the bench, as well as Maledon, Poirier, Tarpe, and Foul, Mustafa Foul in this team. And Rudy Gobert, boy.
Rudy's length and rim protection changes the game defensively. He's really been effective in the FIBA game over the last years. And again, he's the anchor for every defense. He's obviously had a great career in the NBA. He'll have a new team this year in Minnesota. But what he's meant to France has been something special with his rim protection and defensive ability.
How about Yabusele? He's really been a main player in this team in the qualifiers.
Yeah, you can call it, he's doing a lot of the things that Boris Diaw once did for the team at the power forward spot. Physical forward, rebounds, scores. Again, he's a very good complement to Gobert in that front court.
So that is not Vincent Collet, but there he is. There's Collet back there. Now he's walking up. And we already spoke about him in the pregame, how he's been so important, so successful for this team, having coached since 2009 the FIBA EuroBasket in Poland. Interesting that Albasi starts and Thomas Ertel comes off the bench.
Probably just a better defensive matchup with Schroeder. Schroeder's elite athleticism, a challenge for every point guard, but maybe they like Albasi's defensive matchup a little bit better. I'm very interested to see the defensive game plan.
Look at Gordy Herbert. You know him quite well, don't you?
Gordy's a great guy, been a great coach in Germany for many years, leading the Frankfurt Skyliners. Yeah, he's got so much experience, and it's fantastic to see him have the success with the German national team. He really has earned it.
Played for Canada back in the day at the Olympics. Also coached Canada's national team some in the Americas qualifiers.
Great, diverse background, diverse experience. Fantastic coach, brings a lot to the table.
FIBA EuroBasket 2022. Germany versus France. Let's start. Come on.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Cologne, Germany. It is the FIBA EuroBasket, the battle between France and Germany. France winning the opening tip and attacking the basket to the left. Yabusele gets it down low, and Rudy Gobert surrounded. They pass it out to Fournier. Yabusele gets in there, gets the rebound. Germany wearing the all-black uniforms tonight. They could almost do the haka, like New Zealand.
Very similar with the two-tone uniforms. But great to see Fournier hunting that three-point shot, first possession of the game.
Yabusele has been terrific and does not get that first one to go down. Here he goes, the captain, number 17, Dennis Schroeder. And I wonder if he expected Albasi to be guarding him tonight. He finds a little bit of space, puts it up, and it's short. Kobo, and the foul call down low.
Unsportsmanlike.
Wow. Yep, grabbing the jersey. That's a good call.
It is. It's unfortunate. Wolfram Boderman got his hand in the wrong place and inadvertently grabbed the jersey, but it's an easy call for the official.
So Rudy Gobert goes to the line and grazes the net with his first attempt.
That's a way to get the crowd into the game.
He definitely doesn't want to do it twice in a row. And he gets the second one to go.
Recovered nicely there.
Wobo goes out. And immediately Daniel Tice comes in. Now, what would Herbert have told Wobo there?
I think that he was upset that he got a beat on the backdoor play there. He overpressured him at the elbow, allowing the cut to the rim. So he probably was upset with the defensive coverage.
Well, the lob not controlled by Gobert, who had a real battle the other night against Jusuf Nurkic from Bosnia-Herzegovina. We saw Gobert coming out where they lift weights here right before the game. He was getting that little extra pump before the game. There's the jump shot on the baseline. And Voigtman misses. So a little bit of a nervy start for Germany. Fournier just world class. All-Star 5 selection at the last World Cup. His pass, though, intercepted by Schroeder. Weiler-Babb takes it. Now they get it over to Wagner. Ilya Kobo also getting that surprise start tonight. Schroeder. And now quickly. And Weiler-Babb steps in front of Kobo. So definitely interesting that Kobo and Albasi starting tonight. Luawu Cabarrot and Hertel coming off the bench for France. I don't know if that might be an indictment against how they played the other night. And here's Albasi. Yabusele, oh boy, he's just so strong, isn't he?
Strong, explosive move to the basket, attacked the closeout well, got right to the rim. Great finish.
Would you say he has some similar qualities to the round mound of rebound?
That's a tough comparison with Barkley, but he's really got some talent and ability. I think he's a great power forward for France.
Yeah, absolutely. Kobo. There's only one round mound of rebound. Schroeder, now the other way. Blazing quickness, hands it off to Wagner, but he lost it as he went up. And then Albasi reached in and knocked it away.
Schroeder does such a great job attacking the rim, pressuring the rim in transition. Drew all the attention. Wagner wide open on the other side, just couldn't control it.
Fournier from three-point range.
You want Fournier to shoot as many of those shots as he can, get as many threes up as possible.
Wagner living dangerously and gets it off to Tice. Gobert.
Again, there's Gobert impacting the game, just his size and length at the rim. He's playing 2-on-1 and comes away with that win.
Gobert not able to get that rebound, however. Yeah, it's just the mere sight of him makes people think twice about going up. And then usually passing back out. Schroeder Blazing quickness, and he gets rejected, but the foul was called. Gobert was ready for that, wasn't he?
Again, Tice, they changed the angle of the screen, allowed Schroeder to get downhill, and you can see the explosiveness and speed of Schroeder getting to the rim. But how about the recovery to block the shot from Gobert? Impressive on both ends.
Yeah, I guess Gobert still fouled him with his left arm coming down pretty hard on Schroeder. And it was that lightning fast move from Schroeder, and he gets it to go.
It's really hard to put ice coverage or try to keep the ball on one side with Schroeder. He will get into that paint consistently. He's so difficult to guard in those situations.
Would you say he's slippery?
Without a doubt. He's really difficult to contain.
He's got Germany's first 2 points. Gobert battling away with Tice. Back outside, Yabusele. Weiler Fab now. Putman turns it over. Tice couldn't control it. And Yabusele goes up, draws some contact, plays through and scores.
Great play by Fournier. Always a threat in transition, attacked the closeout, got into the paint, dropped it off for Yabusele.
The jump back to Tice, much better.
Again, you got to stay between Schroeder and the basket. He gets right into the paint, drops it off, easy two.
Gobert going right at Tice. Scored with the left hand. And now Fournier read the pass. Kobo likes to drive. This is everything though, pretty much, except the backboard. Another look at the make from Gobert. He goes to the left.
Skillful for a man of that size and length.
Well, that man couldn't believe it. Johannes Thiemann comes into the game for Voigtman. We were talking about how much better he's played. Here's Wagner. Oh boy, what a mistake by France. Why should you not give that away on the inbounds?
Well, the play is really designed to come somewhere else. That's like an alternate look for them, but they did not guard Franz Wagner off the back screen. He was wide open. They've definitely prepared for that play in their walkthrough and preparation.
Fournier and Tice. Germany won the last couple of meetings at the EuroBasket against France. Different EuroBaskets, obviously. Tice for three. Oh boy, how about that? Trying to pull Rudy Gobert away from the basket. You might have to go out and guard him.
Yeah, that's a big challenge right there for Gobert. He's doing a great job dropping and plugging up the paint, and that's important with Schroeder. But if Tice starts hitting those shots out there, they may have to make some adjustments.
Kobo charges. Great defense from Wagner.
France number 0, Eli first person, erstes Foul, third Team Foul.
This was Tice.
Again, you can see Schroeder engage Gobert, the big man, create that separation, and then hit Tice for the wide open three.
Luau Cabarrot in the game for France. Hertel also is checked in. Wagner.
Great change of speeds, got where he wanted, just couldn't complete the play.
Yabusele gets it where he wants, but doesn't finish. Gobert able to knock it out to Fournier. Good! It's only a matter of time before it starts to fall for Evan Fournier. Oaks is also in the game for Germany. You got to watch him and his shooting ability. Here's Timon driving and scoring.
Second foul on Gobert.
And just a different player, Timon. He has really blossomed the last couple of years. His finishing is impressive.
Attacked the closeout really well. Gobert reaches in. Strong finish.
So Gobert has to take a seat. And Vincent Poirier checks in. So they lose the rim protection. Poirier, not a bad substitute, however. One thing you'd have to say about this France team, strength and depth. They got good bodies coming off the bench. But Timon makes the free throw, and Germany up 12-10. Thomas Hurtel into Yabusele. Ball knocked away by Timon. France have it back. And a little flick from Poirier, thinking his teammate was going to be there, Fournier, and he wasn't.
EuroBasket's a place where you need to keep things strong and simple. Got a little cute right there. Thought he was coming around for a handoff. Flipped it back to him. Didn't complete the play. Got to keep everything strong.
Maldolo comes in for Schroeder. Had a great summer last year, or last summer getting to the Olympics. Oh, almost a travel from Giffey, who's checked into the game as well, number 5 for Germany. Giffey, this is his bread and butter! The three-pointer!
Great job from low, penetrating, skipping it across. Niels Giffey buries the big three.
And after a nervous start for Germany, they have taken a 15-10 lead over France, and Le Bleu called timeout. So we'll go down to the huddle and try to listen in to Coach Collet. Took a little bit of time for Germany to settle in, but they have, and really look relatively comfortable right now.
The game seems to be coming easier for them at this point in the early going. Again, the 2 fouls for Gobert. He's out on the bench now. Maybe that changes some things for them, attacking the rim. But again, with Schroeder, he's always able to get into the paint, always able to pressure the rim, create those advantages.
That's coming off the bench. Daniel Theis, the 5 points.
That's really encouraging for Germany because he's battled the injury issues the last couple weeks. He's off to a strong start, and that's a good sign for Germany.
Of course, he was healthy, so he replaced Schiller, who was with the team and had played well. Fournier. Tough on the ball. Entry pass. Oh, terrific defense from Germany. Look at this. This triggers the break. Oh, it's too low. Boy, that was an impressive fast break, but they were smart. Tice, shot clock about to expire, had to put that up and didn't really get much on it. Luau Cabarro with the pump fake, steps back and count it. Luau Cabarro. France's defensive whiz, Terry Tarpey, getting ready to check into the game as well. It's been very impressive. Here's Timon, fouled by Poirier.
Really nice high-low action there from Germany. Tice delivering the ball inside Timon's ceiling. This was a great play here. Again, keeping the game simple, creating space for himself, knocking down the three.
So France trade defense for offense. Or in fact, they trade offense to get some defense. Really just to give Evan Fournier a breather. And they bring in Tarpey. Timon is at the free throw line. Tarpey, quite a story. Kind of your defensive stopper. He's really kind of found a role in this French team. But Timon, you have to really be impressed by how he's progressed as a player. Final 26 seconds, 26.6 seconds. Obst goes out, Hoytman back in, and I suppose Wagner also back in the game. We'll take it down to what, about how many seconds on the shot clock? 6, 5? About 2-second differential in the game clock and shot clock. Good switching. Hertel, his pass intercepted, and he's left Wagner enough time. And good hustle back. And Hertel kind of minimizes the damage. So at the end of a hard-fought first quarter, Germany lead France 17-13.
Big difference at the free throw line. Germany 5 for 5. France getting there twice, 1 for 2. Again, other numbers similar.
Well, Yabusele is a load, and he made his mark early for France. That was a tough finish. He wanted the free throw, but they didn't give the foul. Then, of course, Gobert. He's got the 2 fouls. But he does get that basket. And that's a game changer right there with Tice, especially when Gobert's on the court. So pretty even so far between these two great rivals, France and Germany, but Germany with the lead. If you want the courtside 1891 app, I strongly suggest it. Scan in the barcode, you get the video stream schedules and scores in your smartphone at your fingertips. Second quarter action underway here in Cologne. Germany up by 4. Timon down low to Voigtman, back outside into the corner to Obst. He's a good shooter, but doesn't get the drop.
Got a quick release that time, seemed to rush it just a little bit.
Germany number 4, Mauro Lobo, first person, erstes Foul. Mauro
Lowe picks up his first. I think you've spotted a key difference so far, Mike.
Germany's got 13 points from their bench players compared to only 3 for France. You know, a lot of times the role players and bench players can be much more effective with a home court advantage, the energy of the home crowd. It's a lot more difficult for role players to impact the game on the road, and we saw that play out in the first quarter.
Of course, I was highlighting the strength and depth of France, and then Germany go out and do that. Here's Ertel missing, and Voigtman quickly to the basketball. Voigtman making Tarpe work. Defay. Mauro Lowe, it's good.
Great patience there from Germany. Put the ball into the post to Voigtman. Great pass out. Lowe steps up and buries the big three.
And down low, Poirier, and it's fouled by Lowe.
How about the crafty bounce pass from Hertel right there? Beautiful.
Germany number 4, Mauro Lowe's second person. Zweites Foul. Third team foul.
Good meter behind the arc, Mauro Lowe. Ivy Leaguer, isn't he?
I believe Columbia.
Those guys can play some ball.
League's better and better. It's not just Princeton, Harvard, Penn. They've produced a lot of players that have come over here, particularly to Germany over the years. Many good players. And they're usually smart players too.
Poirier sinks that, and gets it back to a 5-point deficit. They produce good commentators. Josh Davis from Yale, also played for the basketball team. There's Mauro Lowe. Over to Obst. And down low. Oh, what a catch and shot from Voigtman. Hertel, good. And France needed that.
They need Hertel with this lineup. They need him to be a playmaker. They need him to create off pick and roll. He got a great bounce pass to Poirier underneath at the rim last possession. This possession, he comes off and buries a three.
And by a real tough-nosed defender also in the game for France right now, guarding the basketball. It's a hand up, but Lowe had a good look. Poirier with the rebound. Pass, but bounces away. Now Voigtman on the break, pulls up for three. Look at Timon getting in there and doing the hard stuff. Shot clock about to expire. Giffey, did he get it off in time? I guess he did, and it's going to stay at this end. Great minutes by Lowe in place of Schroeder, but now Schroeder is back. And we'll see if Collet counters to bring Albisi back, possibly. Obst gets the shot blocked from Tarpe. The guy can just flat out defend. And wait, Michael Proch, the Polish referee. Referees get together, talk about it, they do it. Make sure they make the right call.
Most important is to get it right.
Obst for three. Luau Cabarro went way up for that rebound. Here he goes. Oh, charges.
Obst just misses a three-point shot at one end, comes down and gives up his body, takes a charge at the other, finding a way to impact the game, contribute to the team. Great job by Andy Obst.
That's the price you pay for missing a three, but Oates is ready to make it. Collet furious with Luawu Cabarro. So Wagner coming back in for Giffey. So really, Germany, it seems like they've got a very nice rotation.
You know, the bench production, the bench points, really give the team an offensive boost.
I guess we were talking about with Tice, the likelihood is that when Gobert's out there, he'll probably be back on the court, won't he?
Yeah, he's a tough matchup for Gobert.
How about that, Timon? He's just an X factor. One of the beauties of this German team, though, it doesn't feel like they're overly reliant on any one player.
Yeah, maybe whereas in the past they would really have been relying on Schroeder to be creative and have him make plays for the team for one reason or another.
Timon just keeps producing. Now make it 7 points coming off the bench.
Substitution Schroeder team France.
Yabusele coming back in for Poirier, and Germany right now seem to be getting everything that they want. Albasi slips, able to stay on his feet. Just not functioning well.
Wasted too much time with their execution there. Need to get the ball entered into the offense earlier. Need to get the ball where they need it to go and get something done. Schroeder draws the switch, one-on-one.
Look at him, so quick, and that's pretty much unstoppable.
Again, he gets that angle to score, angle to the rim, and makes you pay.
And look at him get on the ground, Weiler Babb, and then he's tied up by Albasi.
One of the things coaches look at is who's the first on the floor. Weiler Babb was that making that hustle play, diving on the floor. First on the floor for Germany.
Meanwhile, Theo Maledon is in the game as well, Mike, and coming off a great rookie campaign.
Really exciting to watch him play. He's really a great name for the future for France.
Number 11 under the basket on the left of your screen now. He's out of it. So keep an eye on him. He is a talent. Here he comes to take the inbounds pass. Yabusele likes his matchup against Wagner and gets in and just
beautiful. We've seen a lot. We've seen most of the teams here switch those side pick and roll screens. And when you have somebody that can take advantage of a switch like that, Yabusele just took his time, got an easy bucket.
Schroeder, meanwhile, gets in. He's fouled. Dennis the Menace. And maybe making him the captain was indeed the right thing to do.
So tough to keep him out of the paint. You can't give him a direct line to the basket. Got to contain him, got to direct him. Got just enough of a step, took advantage, got the angle. Albasi with the foul. Again, rejecting the pick and roll, going into the space, draws the foul.
So he completes the three-point play and pushes the lead to 9 points. France really up against it here midway through the second quarter against Germany. Mbai on the baseline. Oh, what a play by Yabusele. Offensive rebound, scores the putback, and he's fouled.
That's just a nose for the ball. That's just instinct. You see him crashing. Strong finish through contact. Outstanding play. Yabusele's been fantastic here in the early going.
Well, you know, watching him in the European qualifiers for the FIBA Basketball World Cup, to me, there are times when I'm thinking, is this guy the best player on the French team? I mean, he really does make plays.
He's making plays in this first half for sure.
So Germany called timeout. Let's go down and listen to Gordy.
Post up. Now, if we get that with the format, we got to go one dribble, we got to go side, side, side. Okay, not going to pass the ball. We're going to form. No hip. We're okay there. We're okay one-on-one, but we've got to mix that and go side on one dribble. I do my job. Hey, go Bears back. Go Bears back. We run out.
Great turnout. And please use the hashtag EuroBasket for the great father of the postings. The hashtag EuroBasket today.
Look at that play. Strong. The athleticism to get up for the ball. The ability to finish. And now a chance for a three-point play.
Making it happen for France, Yabusele.
So indeed he does. You like seeing the headphones on that child. Protect that hearing, don't you?
It is loud in the arena for sure.
Definitely. Oh, Wagner loses it, and Maladon almost gets it. Look at Wagner. Oh, he just stuck with it. Terrific concentration by the young man. Maladon. Wow. Yet again, and this is where we talk about the creativity and the explosiveness of Maladon. Look at this. He was so good that he ended up in the stands. Here he is. So it's Timon who picks up the foul. Ooh, boy, that has to hurt. He can shoot it. He looked a little shaky in the European qualifiers, but you know what? This might be his tournament. He could really be a big-time player for France.
The more minutes he gets, the more comfortable he'll be.
Weiler Bab. Voigtman knocks it out to Schroeder. Look at the hustle from Voigtman. Great hustle.
Gobert back now onto the floor.
Do you like this reinsertion with just under 4 minutes?
It's a little bit of a risk. We saw the 3 fouls in the first half for each team in the first game.
For Nurkic and who was the other? It was
Voivoda.
Yeah. Theo Maladon, they left him open. Well, I teed him up, but he didn't make it. Now Schroeder. The lob. Oh, Tell you what, Rudy Gobert was kind of backing into him. France getting fouled at this end, and it's helping them get back in the game. So Rudy Gobert, 3-time NBA Defensive Player of the Year. How do you like where he is offensively?
Well, the strength of his game is defensively, for sure. He's an inside scorer. He's basically a rim runner and a dunker spot guy. He's not a guy you're going to put the ball in the post to and have him go to work down there. As long as he plays within himself, you know, and has a point guard that can create for him, he's going to be very effective.
He's definitely having a bit of a nightmare at the free throw line. 1 of 4 tonight. Schroeder for 3. Not there. Look at Gobert, though. Get in there and get the basketball back.
And if you're Germany, you really want more than just 0 pass possessions with Schroeder coming up and just shooting a quick shot. He can get that shot anytime.
Maledon. Oh, he gets blocked by Wagner. Oh, and Porzingis, the Greek referee calls the foul. Well, he didn't hesitate. Here it is. You be the judge. A lot of ball and a little hand, maybe? Or is that being generous?
That's a tough call. And again, you know,
it evens out.
Yeah, for sure. That stuff will even out. We saw how physical the last game was.
Oh my goodness.
Slovenia and Lithuania.
I'm kind of sore after watching that game, aren't you? I feel like I was getting boxed out. So Wagner goes out. Tough luck for him. Second personal foul. And Maledon. Maybe that's the basketball gods right there making a decision on the free shooting Maledon.
With one.
Yes. Missing the free throw. Look at France, though, really struggling. Okay, now 6 of 10 at the free throw line. Under 3 minutes to go, first half. Germany were a little more comfortable early on, but now France have come back. Big possession. And Tice battling away. Look at that. Maledon sneaks in there for the rebound. And his quickness on show. Hertel pulls up for 3. Good! Wow. Once again, a 1-point game. Hertel making his presence felt. 6 points, his second 3.
France is an experienced team. They're not going to blink when they get behind. They know they've got some guys that can score. Hertel uses the screen with patience, buries another big 3 in the game. So Gordy talked to the German team, say you can't go under those pick and rolls. You see this video, Lowe goes under, Hertel buries it. He also wants the bigs to be up to touch. So here's Tice dropping off into the paint, going with Gobert. When you have a great shooting guard like that, you've got to impact the ball, impact at the point of attack. Got to fight over the top of that screen and bigs be up to touch where they can contest as well.
Well, nothing like experience in a competition like this. Hertel has oodles of it. And Maledon is now the player guarding Schroeder. Giffey, a little bit of an advantage perhaps, but look at Timon. Great work from Johannes Timon. Weiler-Babb, Giffey fades. Oh, he read it beautifully, didn't he?
Great finish to figure it out against a shot blocker in the paint like that. Used his body really well, created the space, dropped it over.
And once again, now Germany can go back up by 5 or maybe 6. Feels like there's, watching these two teams go at it and having watched the last game, it just feels like there's several teams capable of going all the way. And right when France pulled to within 1, the lead goes back to 5.
2 great baskets in the paint from Giffey, one against a 7-foot shot blocker and another where he had the size advantage. Hertel, really crafty finisher.
This is one of the plays where Giffey scored.
And here's the other where he has the size advantage against Hertel. Good footwork in the paint. High percentage shot. Really a good timeout from France as well. Make some adjustments.
Final minute of this exciting first half. Yabusele gets inside. Earns another trip to the line. France need a bucket in a tough situation. It's Yabusele that answers the call.
They put it in his hands. He went strong to the basket. Great job using his body, drawing the foul.
Substitution Spielerwechsel Germany. Jonas Wohlfahrt, back on court, Johannes Timon.
Here's Yabusele, and oh boy, France's free throw woes in this game. Boy, you do not want to be missing free throws in a tight game.
Leaving points at the free throw line can be costly, especially as we get to the late game situation. Got to capitalize on those free opportunities at the foul line and shoot a high percentage. That's helping yourself win.
Substitution Spielwechsel Team France.
Free throws currently, France 7 for 12, Germany 8 for 8.
That's a big difference. So while Cabarrot in the game here at the end, several different players have guarded Schroeder. Maladon now out. Weiler Babb, oh boy. He's glad to see that go through the hoop.
Great roll and replace action there from Germany as Tice set the screen, dove to the hoop. Weiler Babb popped open. Schroeder hits him, big three.
They can pretty much take it down to the end if they want. And traveling. Not a good finish to the half for France.
7.5 seconds to go in this first half.
And one thing's for sure, with 7 seconds, Schroeder can get to the rim.
Oh, he only needs what, 4?
So fast. Let's see what they do here.
Can they deny him the ball, maybe? So quick pass to Wagner or Weiler Babb, and then back to
Schroeder's communicating with Tice up the floor. Wants
there he
him
goes. He gets it back. And they had a foul to give, so good, smart basketball by France.
France number 10, Evan Fournier, first personal, erstes Foul. Fourth team foul, France. Fifth team foul, France. Substitution, Spielwechsel Deutschland, Daniel Tice. 2.7 seconds.
So Tice goes out to, okay, so it's Weiler Babb, Hoytman back in. Wagner, and they get it to Wagner. He puts it up. Oh boy, that was
really good look, really good play, misdirection action. Gordy had him ready for the late clock situation. They got a good look. Really strong first half for Germany here.
Well, the crowd has to like it. Germany, the hosts, leading 38-31 over France at halftime.
Again, the free throw situation. France trailing by 7, left 5 points at the free throw line. Really good ball movement from Germany, 9 assists. Balanced scoring there, and really good bench production from Germany.
So Yabusele with the game high 10 points, but France trailing by 7. And it was Yabusele that got it going early for France. But also Gobert scoring with that. But this Germany team seems to be pretty mentally tough.
They seem very settled. They seem very together. And, you know, again, that's a testament of time together, a testament of team structure. Again, I believe they got a lot of self-confidence and probably a lot of extra energy after the Nowitzki jersey retirement earlier in pregame.
Timon made a great contribution coming off the bench. 7 of 7 points. Luau Cabarrot also came off the bench tonight. Maudolo was outstanding, I thought, when he came in for Schroeder.
I mean, it's great when you take a guy like Schroeder out and put a guy like Lowe in there. He's won games for you in the past. That's really great depth at the one spot.
Hertel hit a couple of three-pointers. And definitely that was maybe Schroeder's best move of the night. Oh, this is pretty good as well. Getting the foul called on Al-Jaddi. And then watch the follow from Yabusele here, and he was fouled by Timon.
Quite a few highlights from Yabusele there in the first half. Really active, really impacting the team.
That was great handle, great concentration. And Theo Maledon as well coming in. So a lot of basketball to play. That was the second three-pointer for Ertel, or you could just call him Thomas. Giffey. So it's not just one or two guys, is it, for each team? It is an entire team for both.
I mean, that's the mark of a team that's going to win, where they've got production from several guys, balanced effort, balanced attack. At different times, different guys step up. That's the mark of a good team.
Germany fans happy, their team up 38-31 at halftime.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Back to Pau Gasol. Yeah, just decides why not. Senekos Keller is now the EuroBasket all-time leading scorer as he passes Tony Parker.
Final seconds ticking off the clock here. Serbia possession, three-point attempt is good from Bogdan Bogdanovic.
Bogdan Bogdanovic just embarrassed Skelly on that last play.
Shot clock count of 5 and they've lost possession. It's turned over and Ertel will lead the charge and it's Lovern. Oh, again! Massive rejection from Antetokounmpo. Down the offensive. Must be double digits. Here's Market. Oh! Throws it down one-handed.
That's a huge play. Such power in the play. Copenhagen finds a wide over Markkanen.
And Wilson dumps it off, and this time, who was it? Datome that went for the block.
What a block by Luigi Datome. Eric Murphy trying to dunk it this time, to no avail.
With the facial on Tice. Oh, the follow from Moscow. No. Goodness me. A monster.
Don't
jam
do it
from
to him,
Moscow.
Timothy.
Now Doncic explodes up the court. He takes it all the way.
Oh!
How about that from Luka Doncic? He is now in the game big time.
Coast to coast, Luka Doncic.
He's always trying to follow. Now Tima. Yannichenix inside the arc.
Oh! Put back by Porzingis. Who would not want that man on their team? Unbelievable.
Porzingis.
Turns the corner, Schroeder in the passing lane, saves it, gets it back. 3-on-1 for Germany. It's tight. Oh! He just ripped through the ozone layer.
Well, Germany on top at halftime, and one reason why is El Capitan, Dennis Schroeder. Or maybe I should say Air Captain. He's got 7 points, leading a balanced attack.
You can see how much pressure he puts on the rim right there. So athletic, getting to the basket, forcing it, creating advantages for his team, forcing rotations from the defense. Here, rejecting the pick and roll again, drawing the foul from Albasi. Really, really tough matchup. You know, you feel like you get a win in the situation if you can just direct him into the screen so that your defense can have the pick and roll coverage that you want.
Mike, it should be noted that Johannes Thiemann and Niels Giffey also have 7 points, but they have to pick one of the leading scorers. So Schroeder gets the call, and for France, Gershon Yabusele. Start Real Madrid, and everything that I see in this guy, I like.
The physicality, the activity, going out of his area to rebound, going out of his area to get the ball, posting up strong, attacking closeouts here, getting to the basket and finishing, using his body. Did so many things well in that first half.
He's big, broad-shouldered, strong, muscular, athletic, skillful, talented. Would you say he's slightly undersized, say, when you think about him being in the NBA at his position? Or?
Yeah, I think he's a little undersized in the length, maybe, you know, length and size for position. And then obviously the three-point shooting, can he stretch the defense? Right now he's done a great job with his activity on the boards, his efforts, being able to post up and finish strong, attacking the closeouts.
You never know, maybe one day he'll get over there and find the right spot. But right now, France have to be a little bit concerned against Germany at halftime, who, again, looked somewhat unflappable. Really.
Germany looks like a very confident team. They look very together. They look solid. I think it was a really strong first half for them. And let's see how France can respond, if they can kind of make a run here in the third quarter and try to take more control of the game.
Well, we know France can come back because they did in the first half.
Without a doubt. You know, they're a battle-tested team. We've said it before. You know, they're experienced. They've got all the weapons they need. It's just about putting it all together and you know, being efficient with your possessions throughout the game.
And where do you see that inefficiency coming from? Is it?
Well, I think first, obviously, the free throw line. You know, you don't want to leave those points at the free throw line. Okay. You want to be a little bit more efficient there. But I also think, you know, you'd love to see them, again, try to get easier opportunities for Evan Fournier, for example. His three-point shooting is fantastic. He's got to hunt those threes, but you also have to try to help him because, you know, Germany's not just going to let him get open. They're obviously game planning and trying to take away those three-point looks. You know, Hertel got a couple pull-up threes for himself, but it wasn't like it was pick and rolls creating for other people, especially on the perimeter.
France 4 of 10 from three-point range. Interestingly, Germany 4 of 18.
Again, when you look at the ball movement of France in the first half, you have 4 assists and 11 turnovers. So part of that's German, you know, defense, but the other part of it is what type of decision-making are you, how are you reading their defense, how are you reading their coverage, and what are you doing with the ball? You got to make the easy play, make the on-time play. You know, don't hang on to it, over dribble, move the ball, get it to your open teammates, and when you create those advantages, that's where easy shots come from.
So put yourself in Vincent Collet's shoes. What is it that you've told France at halftime?
Well, I think the first thing is they got to make sure they contain Schroeder, try to continue to keep him out of the paint, number one.
Well, hold that thought and tell me about Thomas Hertel, the focus player of the first half.
Well, I like what Hertel did hitting those threes, but again, as a point guard, you got to get your teammates involved. when you have those pick and roll opportunities, you know, look to attack, but also, you know, read the coverage and get the ball where it needs to go. Again, you want to see better ball movement from an experienced team like France.
And our focus player for Germany, I'm waiting to see. I can't wait to see who it is.
I think you know.
I don't know.
I'm going to guess Dennis Schroeder.
Okay. Well, he was a key player. But Vincent Collet, you think, was saying we've got to be able to contain Schroeder when he has the basketball. Oh, it could be Tice.
Daniel Tice, also an impact player in the first half. Again, he's a weapon because of his ability to stretch the floor and shoot the three. If Gobert is going to sit in his drop coverage, they can always have an opportunity to hit him for a pick and pop or make the next play to get to an unguarded screen or unguarded dribble handoff.
So back to my original question. So Collet says we got to do a good job containing Schroeder.
But I think offensively is the real key for France.
Okay.
I think they've got to do a little bit better job together.
Daniel, you're going to get Nick. You're going to get Fran. Going this way or this way? No, you're going this way. All right. Hey, you go get him. You go get him, and then hey, you got Gobert on. You might have.
Well, get the EuroBasket app in your smartphone. Just scan in the barcode there on the screen, and you'll download it, and you'll have the best app that you can have on your smartphone to follow this great competition.
To finish our thought with France, I think whatever plays you have in your offensive playbook that incorporate ball movement and multiple players touching the ball and teamwork, I think you start with those actions and you try to create a little bit easier shots against this German defense.
Second half action underway here in Cologne. Germany on top, looking to stretch that lead. Vital game. All games tough in this group. And Schroeder misses with his first attempt. Hertel looks up the floor. Fournier into Gobert. Fournier had the three if he wanted it, but he went into Gobert. Now Fournier is going to have to take a tougher shot. He puts it up. Look at the great play by Luawu Cabarrot.
That's the type of effort France is going to need to kind of get back into this and really compete like that. Hertel starting the second half.
Called. So the foul on Hertel. Wagner. Now Schroeder. Gets in, kind of initiates the contact, goes down. Quick pass to Fournier into Yabusele. Yabusele kind of didn't pull the string on it.
Left it short. Good defense at both ends. Players going straight up. Vertical physicality right there, both teams.
Dangerous pass, and second time in a row, Germany turned the basketball over.
Dennis has to make a better decision in that case. He's got an isolation against Gobert. Instead of just swinging the ball, look to penetrate, draw a second defender, penetrate, get to the rim and finish. Got to be more efficient with that situation.
Gobert guarded a long way from the basket by Tice. Hurtel. Yabusele got a step on, wow, for the second time in a row, Yabusele short. Whitman for three, and that was long. Both teams starting a little cold here. All batted away. Fournier gets it back. Good hustle from him. Patel. Yabusele finally just need to step a few more meters away from the basket.
And this is what they need from Hurtel. He draws a pick and roll situation. Gobert dives to the rim. He makes the right pass. He gets an easy open three.
Oh, what do you think about that?
That's a tough call.
Fournier almost had the steal.
That's a tough call for Fournier. He made the hustle play on the sideline. Poked the ball away, tried to stay in bounds and get to it. They called for a defensive foul.
I think the problem was he kind of grabbed Wagner on the arm, didn't he?
It looked like it.
Yeah. Schroeder goes in and out. France can tie it or take the lead. It's not been a good start to the half for Germany, but now they get a steal. Wagner, 3-on-1 break, takes it all the way. It gets blocked by Yabusele. The great hustle from the man wearing the white headband. Yabusele, got it, that's two in a row. Does he just make big plays or what?
Both ends of the floor. Great chase down block, and then pick and pop three. Really good start for France. Right back into the game.
He's France's MVP yet again.
Has to be.
Look at that. Look at that hustle. Wagner thinks he's going to get around Gobert, and Yabusele has got 16 points. Let's go down to the bench.
Orange, we're flat. Orange, we're flat. Hey, 2 in a row now, okay? Hey, offensively, we got to get some movement. We got to get some movement. The ball's sticking. Hey, we're going to run on a 4-up punt. 4-up punt. That means Rod, you're here. Going through. Hey, Nick, you're going over. JT here. Daniel. Scanners with the ball. Coming up here. JT Bob. We're looking for France right there. All right, let's go.
Well, Yabusele has turned this game around. France have come out and won the opening 3.5 minutes to turn a 7-point halftime deficit into a 1-point lead.
8-0 start to the quarter. Whatever Coach Collet said to them in the halftime locker room was finding the right words right there.
And how often do they say that the opening exchanges, that opening 5 minutes is so crucial of a second half?
But you can see the defensive energy here. You know, Germany comes out trying to post up Wagner with a high-low from the wing, and there's Hurtel flying in from the backside to deflect it. Really active, engaged team defense from France, and that's why they're off to a great start.
Timon, wow. I am absolutely speechless.
He knew he was going to be open with Gobert on him, but it's a confident shot right there.
You know, France have Yabusele making big plays. Certainly Germany's Timon has been terrific. And it was a huge play. Look, you can see the swing Well, Wagner needs to slow up a little bit. Now they get it to Timon! Incredible! Great patience by Wagner, great awareness. And Timon just keeps pouring in the points. He's got 12. Talk about X factors, he certainly fills that role right now. Yabusele has it taken away, and then Gobert is stripped by Lowe. And Germany come out of that timeout a different team.
Timon has a post-up advantage right now. Flash high-low from Tice.
Great job by Gobert knocking the ball off the rim. And excellent job for Fournier knifing his way into the paint and get to the free throw line.
Got to stop the ball earlier. Find Fournier as a shooter earlier. He really did a great job getting all the way to the rim, drawing the foul there.
You can see there is, I don't see any empty seats in here, Mike.
This is a fantastic atmosphere for basketball. Great home support for the German team. What a fantastic first day for EuroBasket here in Cologne.
It really has been. I mean, absolutely emotionally drained by that Slovenia-Lithuania game, and then we come out and watch Dirk Nowitzki's jersey retirement ceremony. And now we're watching another great game. We're going to sleep well tonight.
We need a day off tomorrow.
No days off. Here goes Wagner. Interesting. Fournier guarding him. Wagner steps back. Schroeder. And just doesn't drop.
Schroeder's got to remain calm. Stay poised. He's still going to be able to impact this game down the stretch.
Ertel blocked by Schroeder. Great catch by Timon. Saves it from going out of bounds.
I like what Gordy Herbert's doing here with both Schroeder and Lowe in the game.
Great play, Ertel knocking it away. And Yabusele rebounds the miss. Luawu Cabarro not able to get a shot off. Here's Yabusele. And Tice beats Gobert to the basketball. Good hands by Luawu Cabarro knocking it away. Here's Tice for three. Rims out.
Let's see if France can come up and really execute a good offensive play here. Really get what they want out of this possession.
Bounce pass, Gobert hands it off to Yabusele. He's fouled. But when in doubt, go to Gershon.
It's really a nice play from Gobert. Diving big man in the pick and roll. Mid-roll decision, dropping it off to his teammate in the dunker spot in the baseline. And again, as you said, Yabusele's been France's MVP to this point. He's really had an excellent game.
Dufay back in the game for Germany. Also, Theo Maledon back in for France as Tice takes a seat. Voigtman in. So who has to guard Gobert here?
Sure, it'll be Voigtman. But what they'll also try to potentially look to do is pick and pop Voigtman against Gobert.
So these free throws are becoming a problem for France. 8 of 15, 53%. And now 8 of 16, 50%. As a coach, are you aware of the low percentage?
Yes, and you try to just help guys relax and concentrate and make those trips to the foul line count. Again, help yourself win, be efficient.
Timon. Look at that. Boy, that was a tough drive, but he couldn't get the drop. Now Giffey hands it off to Schroeder, who able to avoid charging into Luawu Cabarro. Lowe steps back. Oh, you love these guys coming off the bench for Germany. Six-point lead for the hosts, for the Mosts. Defense ringing throughout the Cologne Arena. Open floor, 3-on-1 break, Lowe. Oh, look at me. Look at that! How do you like me now? And Maldo Lowe, just sensational stuff. Giving it over to Dennis, the Menace.
It all started at the other end. Great ball pressure here from Voigtman. Forces the turnover. Here you see Lowe, beautiful 2-on-1.
Look at that. Showtime.
Drops it off. German fans love it.
With Maldo Lowe and Johannes Thiemann. Let's listen to Coach.
So after the 8-0 start for France, it's now 10-1 for Germany.
So what you're telling me is, as you look at Thiemann hitting the three-pointer, that first 5 minutes is crucial of the second half, but then the next 3 minutes is even more crucial.
Basketball's a game of runs. France stepped up, Germany's responded. This is a really good timeout from Coach Collet. Tried to rally the troops here.
Well, Johannes Thiemann he might just be the player of the game. 12 points, 5 rebounds for Germany. He doesn't have the big name, but tonight he definitely has the big game, and he's had it as well for Germany in recent outings. Here's Fournier for three. Good.
Fantastic. You love to see it. One of your main guys, you come out of the timeout, you run your set play, you want to get him some looks, buries it. Outstanding job from France. Vincent Collet drawing up the play for Fournier.
7 points for Fournier. Oh boy, look out. Johannes Voigtman.
Skillful.
And don't forget, this is a Germany team that just several days ago beat Slovenia in Munich. And Luau Cabarrot charges into Schroeder. Second charge on him.
You know, a lot of the times people will look at the guy who set the screen, but the ball handler has to have patience and let the guy settle his screen. I don't think he was ever able to settle that screen, just ran through it.
Kobo trying to stick with Lowe, who's been teaming nicely with Thiemann. Look at Thiemann go! His time has arrived. 14 points. We've seen that a few times tonight with France, just well short on those jumpers, close to the basket.
Give credit to the German defensive pressure.
9 points to lead. This is dangerous territory for France. Low! Wow!
Back-to-back big plays.
Lowe and Thiemann, real star quality night for Germany. Fournier. And this game starting to get away from France. Giffey looks good. It is! And it's getting out of hand. Germany have opened up their biggest lead of the game now, 57-43. Portman fouled. Germany can commit another foul as well if they want to. Look at Giffey. I think that's his second three-pointer of the night. And the hand slap with the captain. Schroeder collects his 5th assist. We'll go with his 9 points. And well, he had the foul to give, but maybe not quite so quickly. Long way to go, Mike, but 14 points against this German team. That is a bit scary, I think, for France.
Yeah, offense hasn't come that easy for France. This is a tough deficit in this game. Germany's got a lot of momentum right now.
A bucket here for France would be huge. You got the young guys, Okobo and Maledon on the court. Poirier hands it off to Okobo. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. Théo Maledon asking Poirier, why didn't you pass the ball back to me? I was open for a three. I was thinking the same thing, that he got it inside to, or rather on the baseline to Okobo. Maledon has to put up a very difficult shot, almost made it. Wow. But France, a lot of work to do. Germany up 57-43 at the end of 3.
Let's give credit to the strong German defensive performance and the strong team performance from Germany to this point. Obviously the free throws, big difference, perfect for Germany. 2-point shooting, finishing at the rim, 58% for Germany as well. And again,
but it started so well for France.
I mean, they responded the way they needed to out of the locker room. They got right back into the game and took the lead. You see Yabusele hitting the back-to-back threes. Really good teamwork here. Wagner, Thiemann, Lowe and Thiemann really made the difference in that third quarter.
They've been solid throughout. And Giffey, I mean, you could make the case that Germany's bench tonight has gotten them to this point.
100%. 37 points off the German bench compared to 17 for France.
Giffey has 10, including that three-pointer. Well, scanning the courtside 1891 app for stream, schedule, scores. Scan in that barcode. Well, Yabusele's done so much tonight, but France have definitely not been consistent.
Germany has won each of the first 3 quarters. And now it's to the point where France has to have a dominant fourth quarter to have a chance to win the game.
And they've had their number at the last 2 EuroBaskets as well. So something about the EuroBasket when Germany takes on France seems to bring the best out in Germany. Kobo into the corner to Tarpe. Poirier decides to take it all the way. Tarpe in there battling for the rebound. He goes out of bounds. Well, you play the host on their home court here in Cologne in a tough group, and you know this is going to be a tough game. I mean, it's
especially an emotional night with Dirk Nowitzki's jersey retirement. You could see the motivation in the German team's eyes and the energy level when they came out here. They're really ready to play.
Here's Schroeder on the baseline. Kobo has it for France. And really, you know, France, as you look at Yabusele coming out and hitting the big shot, they've been one of the top teams in Europe for a long time. You know, Germany haven't been quite at the same level. France getting third place at the last 2 World Cups, winning the EuroBasket in 2013, silver medal 2011. Look at the hustle. Schroeder gets it back. And Schroeder turns it over to Tarpe. An unsportsmanlike foul has indeed been called on Schroeder. So that is the type of play that can get a team back in the game.
Schroeder is such an outstanding talent, but the main point is when it's not going your way, you've got to play within yourself. You can't try to do too much. So right now he's 3 for 12 from the floor. When you turn the ball over, forcing the drive and penetration, we can't compound the problem with an unsportsmanlike foul. I think Germany, the great sign here is the rest of the team playing so well, and they know that eventually Schroeder will also pick up his performance and be the difference maker that he can be.
Well, he takes a seat after the unsportsmanlike foul.
Just needs a break. I think it's a great move by Gordy.
But Tarpe, who just is on this team because of his defense, comes out, gets a steal, makes the 2 free throws. France cut it back to a 10-point deficit, and now they have a chance for another basket. Kobo back to Yabusele. Yabusele has 18 points. Maledon a long way out. Might just be a little too far. Giffey with a hand in the face, and he still makes it. 3 threes. See these German players showing why they belong in this national team. This is a tough team to make, and all of them are contributing. Maledon earns a trip to the line, and Weiler Babb looks like he might have been hit on the shoulder. Giffey just is an excellent shooter, always has been, hasn't he?
Yeah, he even back into his college days at UConn, he really was always hitting clutch shots and big shots. He's done the same thing at Berlin for Alba Berlin, really developed into a very good player. I like Coach Collet putting Hertel back into the game, just getting a little bit more perimeter shooting out there for the team right now.
So it'll be interesting to see if he comes in for, he's going to come in for Maledon, but he might come in for Kobo. So he comes in for Maledon.
France needs to put together some back-to-back stops right now to give themselves a chance. They have plenty of time, but they can't, you know, they have to use their time wisely, be efficient as possible. It starts on this defensive end.
Low for 3. Oh boy. Nobody able to box out Voigtman. Tarpe. You got to be happy for German basketball. Not saying, you know, obviously if the result holds up for them. As the host nation, you like to see the country get behind the team, playing it against a great France team, and so far so good for Germany.
It's a special opportunity to host the EuroBasket. Whenever you have those special opportunities, you want to make them count.
Donc on met forcément Vincent ici, Olivia. Si Thomas
Bench scoring 40 to 20, obviously a key factor here, but again, home court advantage, easier for role players, bench players to impact the game in most situations. They've really done it today.
And for France, you've got 7 points, Evan Fournier, the captain. You've got from Rudy Gobert 3 points. He has 9 rebounds. And it's Yabusele really just doing everything offensively.
One player in double digits, Yabusele with 18.
So you see that more balanced attack for Germany, and a lot of work to do here for France. Gobert in the game. Hurtel puts it up. Good strong rebound. Poirier able to get it back outside to Okobo. And the foul. I mean, the thing is with this French team, I see Hurtel as the only perimeter threat. There's nobody else that's going to shoot a three-pointer.
Well, you could argue they miss Nando De Colo after what he's meant to them for the last years.
Yeah.
Great point guard, great player.
Yeah, he would have been welcomed into this team, I think. And Poirier puts it up and in. Obviously, Nick Batum.
Yes, really well-designed inline inbound play. Strong dive to the basket from Poirier and a strong finish.
Wagner. Timon. The rare times when Johannes Timon wasn't successful getting to the basket. I just don't see the offense in this unit on the floor for France. Tarpey puts up a very tough shot. Poirier crashing the boards. They called something about the shot clock, or
I think they said the ball hit the basket, should have been a reset.
Right, yeah, okay.
But with the lineup here, you're not going to get post play out of Gobert. And then if you're trying to spread the floor with pick and roll coverage, now you've got Poirier in there. So the floor spacing doesn't make the game easy for France right now.
You see Okobo who likes to drive to the basket.
A defensive player like Tarpey, the perimeter three-point shooting is not there.
Exactly.
So are you going to attack in the post? Are you going to attack pick and roll? It's not a complete picture.
It's all about driving and then crashing the boards. Poirier.
You know, that's not his game, but he scored in that case, right? You want to make the game easy for your players.
Well, I guess Fournier will come back in at some point.
You know, a lot of things are how the pieces fit together in terms of lineups.
What month?
Oh, that's tough.
Bounced over Tarpey. Now Delo with a little runner. Oh boy, just silky smooth, isn't
Beautiful, beautiful body control.
10 points, 5 assists. Tarpey outside to Okobo. So they settle for his jumper.
Really good ball movement from France. Just have to find ways to finish plays. Need a little bit more shooting out on the floor.
Fournier is coming back. Giffey. The problem is it's going to be too far out of reach by the time he gets in. 4.5 minutes remaining. Oh, beautiful pass from Hurtel. Wow. Slick, number 4.
Oh, so nice.
A little bit of work to do for Germany. Maudo low. Oh, just absolutely sensational tonight.
Defender hit and spin under the screen as he went under low, made him pay.
Hertel, Poirier, and stripped but fouled.
Number 32, Johannes personal fitness foul, team foul.
Just a beautiful follow through from Maudo Low. Who do you like? Who do you like for the player of the game for this Germany team? Low or Timon? For me, that's what it is.
It's a great question. You really could debate it back and forth. I'm going to go with Maudo Low because of his key shot making, the highlight play 2-on-1 where he delivered it to Schroeder, his excellent defensive play. But, you know, you've got several deserving players for Germany at this point.
Poirier just trying to keep France within touch, but now just 3:41 remaining. Wagner, tough finish with his right hand. And Poirier turns it over. Ooh, slick move, Schroeder. Put him on the highlight reel.
Again, you cannot give him angles to the basket with his spin move. The angle was there. That's a highlight play from Schroeder.
Gosh.
All he needs is an inch. So athletic getting to the rim.
Allez, faut se comprendre, allez, on finit bien. Et l'écart est important. Il va y avoir des égalités à plusieurs. Donc il faut être intelligent. On lâche pas. D'accord? Nous, on a la pénalité. Donc les actions agressives, les lancers. Et de l'autre côté, on a 4 fautes à donner. On joue sur un. D'accord? Ah, mais on enchaîne. On va au bout pour faire revenir Thomas ou Elie. Sur les mains à main. Allez, allez les gars.
So here's Maudo Low, who's just been terrific today.
Look at that skill. You know, this is a player who's really developed his game.
You know, last summer was not an accident that Germany made it to the Olympics.
And he's a key piece to this team. The fact that he can be your lead guard, or he can be a complementary player and share the spotlight with Schroeder. Really, that's a great sign to have two outstanding point guards like Schroeder and Lowe. It's a great sign for the future of German basketball.
To Poirier. Nice bounce pass Poirier to Rudy Gobert. Foul.
Great teamwork right there.
Look at the angle from the German bench, looking at what's going on. But Timon, here's the applause as he goes out. He has been a real warrior tonight. I'd probably say, yeah, he definitely would also deserve consideration for the Player of the Game award.
It's nice to see the fans appreciate his effort and what he's done out here today.
.247 remaining, 13 points. The deficit with both Schroeder and Lowe on the court. It's going to be hard, you would think, for France to put any type of pressure on this team. Although they have, I guess they have forced them into a few turnovers tonight. Tice. Oh yeah. That's a nail right there, Mike. A nail, a proverbial nail.
Yes. Again, you've got to have that three-point line covered. This is the time of game most teams will go into some switching. Gobert's just not able to provide enough offense when teams are trying to attack him on the defensive side like this.
Here's Schroeder. And offensive foul, Gobert. And guess who draws it? Maudolo.
I think that's an easy call for the official. Just hip checked him right in front of everybody.
Well, the prospects look pretty good for the host nation. If tonight is any indication, going up against one of the best teams in the world, France, Germany have looked comfortable, and this is hot on the heels of their win over Slovenia. And Wagner puts it up and in. And this is just turning into a good old-fashioned blowout for France.
Such a tough one-on-one basket.
There's Gobert.
Great late delivery from Hertel. Drew the defense, dropped it off late. Got an easy basket for Gobert. Looks like it's too little too late though, Jeff.
Not a team that you really want to fall behind, Germany. They're good. How good are they? Still yet to be determined, but it's promising. And Tice going in for the dunk.
And again, there's the value of Tice. Pick and pop, stretch the defense. He attacks the closeout. He gets right into the paint. Obviously, he's trying to finish. He's got teammates open as well.
Tice upset because they didn't call a foul. Hertel, quick pass to Gobert. Don't need him hanging on the rim. We had a delay during the European qualifiers because Rudy hung on the rim. So the finishing touches being put on this performance right now for Germany. And it's all good for them.
France number 0 in the lead on the ball. Second personal, zweites Foul. Second team foul.
So Germany next will play Bosnia and Herzegovina on Saturday, and France have a date with Lithuania, a battle of 0-1 teams.
That will be a fantastic matchup right there.
That is, you know, it's just goes to show it just doesn't get any easier. Well, folks, Germany on a great night for German basketball, not just for this result, but for hosting the FIBA EuroBasket, and also for honoring their legendary Dirk Nowitzki, honoring him by raising his jersey to the rafters here in Cologne. Germany win it 76-63 over France. I'm not sure it could have gone any better tonight for Germany. And France, they've been together now for a while.
Germany played very well. A lot of contributions, great production from the bench. A lot of guys stepped up, and let's say it wasn't Dennis Schroeder's best game. He made some plays, but again, the free throw shooting was the beginning of the issues. And then again, just the general efficiency for France.
You know, you made an interesting point as we look at the numbers. You know, no Nando De Colo, no Nick Batum.
How did the pieces fit together? That's the point, you know.
Veterans not in this team.
And, you know, you need shooting on the floor. You need to have your game plan. Are you going to attack teams in the post? Are you going to play through the post? Are you going to play pick and roll? And I just think Germany did a little bit better job today executing what they wanted to do, making the game easier for their players.
Dennis Schroeder hugging his family and a kiss for the wife and the kids, and why not? Good night for the captain. And here are the highlights. And Yabusele, it seemed like he was going to lead France back. I mean, they came back and they started strong in the second half, and they took the lead, and it just hasn't happened, has it? Germany has set themselves up nicely, haven't they?
Yes, they have.
This win.
Once Germany responded in that third quarter, they never looked back. Teeman finishing in the paint. Again, Giffey hitting a three.
I think maybe what might not be appreciated is how good that supporting cast is for Germany. And maybe it's not even fair to say supporting cast. They're part of the cast.
100%. It's a deep team. They've got a lot of options. And it's great when all those guys play well. They've got a lot of contributions today.
Voigtman, yeah, you want to find the leaders of this team, and really it's kind of difficult to find the leader in that team because there's so many guys that are leaders in this team.
Well, I think obviously they've committed with Schroeder. They've gone all in terms of the team structure. But like you say, there's a lot of guys who are used to playing with responsibility. They know how to show leadership in their own way. And that's a great sign for the future of German basketball.
Well, since I think obviously different players, but since Gordy
on that momentum from the big win over Slovenia in the qualifiers, and they've gotten off EuroBasket, tipped off to a great start here.
So today's Group B action, Bosnia-Herzegovina winning 95-85 over Hungary, Slovenia winning 92-85 over Lithuania, and Germany prevailing 76-63 over France to wrap things up on a gangbuster day here in Cologne. So that was every bit a part of this story tonight. Led to a late start, but it was worth it to see the great man himself, Dirk Nowitzki, his jersey retirement. And as for this German national team, I think the answer is in. This team is for real. Look out.
gegen Bosnien-Herzegowina. Um 17:45 Uhr Litauen gegen Frankreich. Und abschließend um 20:30 Uhr Ungarn gegen Slowenien.